All right, Tom was about to do what we call a V cut because his feet are in a V-like position. And why don't you just go ahead, Tom? You can see what he's doing. I'll just mention that his breath is going in as he comes up, but when his the bottom of his ken gets to about his hairline, that's when his heels are on the ground and he's fully inhaled. And when he goes down, when his ken has hit the very body and his ken, we want body and ken hitting the bottom at exactly the same time, and that's when his breath is fully out. So this whole movement up is one whole long inhalation, and the exhalation is one whole long exhalation, and you need to go really slow. And the trick usually for most people is the coordination. Well, most people have a difficulty with the coordination of the speed of hands, legs, and body, so that they start and stop at the same time. And then the next thing that they conquer is the breathing. So it doesn't just all go perfectly at the very beginning. Okay, and this V cut is essentially Tandoku Dosa number 1. We would do these slow with no power, and do 75,000 is the number that you want to reach.
All at once.
Yeah, all at once. But we would work our way up to get to, because 75,000 is a big number, we would work our way up to well, we can do knock off 1,000, because then all you have to do is 75 days of 1,000, and then you've gotten to your 75,000. The trick is that you can't, to do your 1,000, and I've seen many people do this where they're just whacking their sword, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That actually is only reinforcing whatever skill you presently own. So you will not progress. You're reinforcing all of your bad habits. So you want to take your time. Don't be in a big hurry. And then every practice will be this big expose of everything you need to continue to work on. And so the nice part about that is that you can go, okay, well, next time I'm going to work on whatever it is. And then the next time you figure out whatever else you're going to work on the next time. Okay? And you'll notice with the side view that he is keeping his back straight, which is what you want as well on this one. Okay, so this is how I learned this. If there was, say, liquid on your arm, when you lifted the ken up, the liquid would roll down your elbow and roll off of your elbow. Okay, even up at the top, it's still rolling off of the elbow. And then as you come down, it's the same thing. Okay, and there's 2 reasons for this. Okay, one reason is if you weren't using a tasuke, the tasuke, yeah, a cloth that or a cord that you would use to hold up your kimono sleeves. Then if you were to lift up your ken and have your elbows out, you would have essentially blinded yourself on both sides, because your sleeves would be hanging down and you'd be blind. And then that would be a bad thing, okay? But if you lifted your arms up the way that we just showed, then the idea is that these sleeves would drape down your arm and you wouldn't blind yourself, even though you didn't have your tasking going on. It's also that indicates how the force is vectored. Okay, and also lifting up your shoulders, lifting up your elbows activates your shoulder muscles usually, and this is not something that we want to do. So put that in your brain bank. The goal on lifting that Ken is the same goal as in your Aikiage. You don't want to activate your deltoids, 3, and you don't want to activate those. So the anatomy buffs will just say, well, how the heck are you supposed to open your arms? Well, that's a very good question. There's other, obviously, tissue and muscles that are attached, and that's your clue towards that. So that's another thing to work on. Okay.